Hi, welcome to the Pink Moon Tarot. I'm Nikki, the Pink Moon Tarotist, and I am so very excited. I'm probably the most excited I've ever been to receive a tarot deck, except for maybe the one that I received from Danielle Noel before. But this is the Starchild Tarot by Danielle Noel. Now, I did buy this myself. It's only available on her website, so it comes directly from her site in Canada. It did not take that long to get to me, and I'm in the UK, so I was quite impressed with the shipping speed. That's the first point I want to make. Now, the next thing is this particular tarot deck is available in 3 different boxes, and I'm not quite sure why. So we have this one, the Starchild Tarot. This is the Rose Edition. Now, I bought the Rose Edition, obviously, because I am Pink Moon Tarot. So it appealed to me that I would have a pink coloured tarot deck. But there's also one that is just the Starchild Tarot. And then there's one that is Oracle deck sized. Now, I didn't buy the Oracle deck sized one because I have very small hands, and when I'm doing tarot, I like my tarot cards to be easily handleable, if that's a word. And you know, I just didn't want the bigger cards. You know, Oracle decks are Oracle decks, tarot decks are tarot decks, and in my opinion, I prefer my tarot decks to be the size that a standard tarot deck is. I don't like them to be larger, but if you do like a larger card, then this one is available in Oracle deck size. I'm not quite sure why she went for 3 different designs, but she did. And I'm glad that she did a Rose Edition because obviously, you know, that's the one that I chose. So without further ado, let's get into this box. So I'm just breaking the seal here. This is so exciting. Sorry. It is so very exciting. I was really, really impressed with her Moonchild Tarot, which is this one here. I've done a review on that. I will link it somewhere. It'll probably be at the end because I don't know if I can link it before the end. But I'll link the video for this one if you're interested in that one. It's absolutely stunning, by the way. But without me gabbling on any longer, let's get the wrapper off of that. And straight away, the quality of this box, as with the Moonchild one, is gorgeous. It's all rounded, so it feels really nice. It's really, really smooth. It's a very, very tactile box. This one and the Moon one are, I have to say, the most tactile boxes I have. And I do like things that feel nice, and this does. So she has the Starchild Tarot with one of her images on the front. There is a sword, the moon, a wand, and a cup. So I'm guessing that the moon side represents... No, wait a minute, that wouldn't be right. Swords, wands, cups, and pentacles. So I'm guessing the moon side would be a pentacle ordinarily because she's represented the other 3 on those. But it's definitely a moon. It's definitely not a pentacle. Okay, and on the back, she has pictures of the cards that are inside. And then it just tells you the Starchild Tarot 78 card deck and guidebook, created by Danielle Noel, and the website address. So let's, oh, that's so beautiful. Inside it says, "We are all stardust." And we have the little guidebook. Again, it feels really nice. It's a soft back, but it's good quality, you know. And you have the elements on the front here. Oh, I think it's because she represents pentacles with moons, if I remember rightly. And then on the back, it says, "Are you a seeker who feels a connection with the stars?" And a little bit more blurb. Very, very pretty. And then we have the cards. Oh, I didn't know they had this with a gold edging on them. And that's the back of the cards. Very pretty. Pretty pink, starry design. And inside the back, pretty pink galaxy. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's look at the book first. So we have the Starchild Tarot, who it was made for, then the table of contents, talking about your higher self, healing with the tarot, reading the Starchild Tarot, internal forces, cleansing your cards, shuffling, asking the cards, reversed cards, additional guidance, tarot spreads and cutting your cards, about star seeds, so what a star seed is, and then it has some spreads there for you, which I hope you can see. And then it goes into the cards, the major arcana, the minor arcana, the court cards, and their characteristics, characteristics of the cups. Oh, she calls them crystals. So instead of pentacles, she calls them crystals. And characteristics of the swords. And then we get into the actual cards. So they've got very, very small picture of the card with a 2-page description of the message, the additional meanings and what they are reversed. I like it when people include the reversed. I know not all tarotists do the reverse, but it is good to have the reverse meaning there because sometimes we need that. So slightly disappointing sized picture inside, but I guess it's not a huge deal as the cards are all numbered. And okay, so it's only the major arcana that she's actually done pictures for. So we get to the world as the last one, and then we go to the minor arcana, the wands, and there's no pictures. You've got the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands. That's a slight letdown. That is a slight letdown. It's not the best guidebook in terms of handling. It's quite, it's quite small. It's quite difficult to sort of like bend the pages back. And I'm a bit worried that if I bend the pages back too much, they're going to start to fall out. And it's a bit of a disappointment that there's no pictures for the minor arcanas. And a bit of a disappointment that the major arcanas are such tiny pictures. Like why she couldn't have had that as the whole thing there, I don't know. But it's okay. It's not like the one you get inside the Rider-Waite tarot deck, which is just a flimsy little leaflet. It is better than that, but not hugely impressive. I must admit, not hugely impressive. But let's have a look at the cards. Now, I do love the gold edging. Does it come off? Nope, doesn't appear to. That's good. The only thing with any cards that are edged is over time this edging will rub off. But it does look very pretty. So we have the back of the cards that looks like pink crystals in this particular one. I'm guessing because it's the rose collection that I had. The other ones have probably got a different backing on them. And then we get into the into the deck itself. So instead of the Fool, you have Starseed. Or that might be an additional one, actually. Let's have a look. Just going to flip forwards quickly. No. So she has renamed some of the cards. So we have Starseed. I mean, the artwork is stunning. The Magician. I love that. Very cosmic. And if you are into the cosmic side of things, if you're a bit of a cosmic witch like I am, then this is the High Priestess, then you're going to love this deck. The Empress. The Emperor. They are numbered, but you probably can't see them on camera because the numbers are in white and they're sort of mixed in with the sky. So it's very hard to see. The Hierophant. Now, I like that because she's used a female. Not many decks have females for that. And this is nice as well, the Lovers. Again, very cosmic. Chariot. We have a unicorn. Justice. Oof. It's quite dramatic. Serenity. See how she's changed the name of some of the cards here. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Strength. The cards themselves feel very nice. They're very thick. Okay, and instead of the Hanged Man, she's called it Perspective, which I like that because I always think of the Hanged Man as gaining a different perspective on things. And instead of Death, we have Transformation. Temperance. And instead of the Devil, we have Oppression. And the Tower. Interesting interpretation of the Tower there. And the Star, which you would expect to be beautiful, and it is. I don't know if you can see, but this is all sort of like almost like a mandala around the star there. The Moon. And the Sun. Oops, picked up two there. And we have Awakening. And the World. Okay, so the Earth energy is represented by crystals in this deck, not pentacles. So we have the Ace of Crystals. Beautiful. The Two of Crystals. I love that. She looks like she's being really sneaky in that picture. That's quite comical. The Three of Crystals. That's just stunning. Stunning. Four of Crystals. Five of Crystals, that's beautiful. Six of Crystals. Seven. The Eight, this is absolutely gorgeous. 9. Again, absolutely stunning. And the 10 is amazing. It's like a crystal grid. Beautiful. And the Page. The Knight. It seems to be an all-female deck again, this one. Queen. Oh no, I say that and then I've got a king. The King. The Ace of Swords. Gorgeous. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Ooh, she looks like some sort of alien creature. It's very ethereal looking lady there. Love it. The Four of Swords. Oh, I like this. I like all the black cats there. Willow, you're represented in cards again. The Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Oh, two there. These are very thick cards. Eight. They feel absolutely lovely. I mean, they're so smooth. Nine. 10. Even that's beautiful. The Page. That's absolutely gorgeous. I love that. The Knight. Stunning. Stunning. Oh, look at her. The Queen of Swords. Do you know, that looks an awful lot like a friend of mine. Petra, if you're watching this, I think you're on a card. And the King. And then we have the Wands. So we have the Ace of Wands. So pretty. The Two of Wands. The Three of Wands. Four of Wands. It's funny, I mean, I know this is the Starchild Tarot, so you would expect a lot of cosmic imagery, but every card I'm turning over, I'm just looking at it going, I love this. It's so otherworldly. And I'm feeling a real connection to this deck already, just like I did with the Moonchild one. I'm actually not sure which I prefer, whether I prefer this one or the Moonchild. I think at the moment, the Moonchild may possibly just pip this one by a hair. Nine of Wands. Oh, this is stunning. Got Beyonce feel to this. The Ten of Wands. Page of Wands. Oh, I love that one. You see that beautiful white wolf? Is that focusing? So pretty. The Knight of Wands. Oh, the Queen of Wands. That's gorgeous too. And the King of Wands with all the moon phases. Beautiful. And then we're on to the cups. So we have the Ace of Cups. Really, really pretty. I love that she's filled it with crystals there. The Two of Cups. Interesting interpretation there. Be interesting to see what she thinks the Two of Cups represents. The Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Gorgeous. Lovely little Siamese cat there. The Five of Cups. The Six. 7, 8, 9, so pretty, 10, so if I bring it in closer you can see, Page of Cups, so pretty. I love the mixture she has of reality and fantasy. So she's mixed kind of real images, you know, we've got like the mountains and the sea and things, and the girl herself, you know, is a realistic portrait of a woman, or might even be a photograph, but she has enhanced it with these elements that make it more cosmic. Queen of Cups. That's the card my daughter always says is me, Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. Just beautiful. I really, really like the artwork in these. Very, very nice. So it is a traditional 78 card deck. 22 major arcana, and I'm just, yeah, so it's 22 major arcana and then the 56 minor arcana. So it's a standard sized deck. There were additional ones in the Moonchild Tarot, which there aren't in this one, but she has changed the names of some of them. Okay, I cannot, and I'm not even joking here, I cannot bend them to shuffle like that. They are not designed to be shuffled that way. They will shuffle this way, I'm hoping. Yes, they do. It's quite a heavy deck, actually. It's a really heavy cardstock. And yeah, it's not as easy to shuffle as some other decks. It shuffles nicely this way. It shuffles nicely hand over hand. It is absolutely impossible to bend it to do the rifle shuffle, or whatever you call that one. I call it the rifle shuffle. I'm probably wrong. Someone will correct me, I've no doubt. But yeah, if I try that again, yeah, you cannot bend them. The only way to do it is to literally hold them close together and let go and hope. You cannot bend that deck. It is so solid, but it's a nice deck. I do think the artwork is stunning. The box is really nice. I'm disappointed with the book. I'm very disappointed with the book. Like if I show you the Moonchild book, it's a lot thicker for a start, and it's full color, and you have each of the cards, you have a picture of each of the cards in the book as well. So the Moonchild one for me wins it on that. The Moonchild one is also gold edged. I don't know if this one, I can't remember. I haven't actually used this in my practice yet. Yeah, again, the Moonchild one, not easy to bend, but not impossible. So all in all, I prefer the Moonchild one. I think it is just packaged better. The book is better. And the cards are a little bit easier to handle. They're not as heavy as these ones. These are really, really heavy. I mean, this is a solid deck. But I am very disappointed with that guidebook. Very disappointed with that guidebook. However, I am considering ordering her Starchild Tarot book. So maybe that will compensate for this. But you shouldn't have to buy the tarot book, you know, the guidebook separately if it's if it's something that's sold together. And these are not cheap, you know. I think they're about $50 Canadian dollars. And you can only get them on her site. You can't get them anywhere else. So, and then with postage as well, you know, especially if you're not in Canada, like postage to the UK was quite a lot. And I was also worried that I would be hit with import taxes. Thankfully, I wasn't. But that's a real hit or miss thing. You know, you can get hit with import taxes quite often. There is another deck that I really want that, again, is coming from, I think it's from the US. It might also be from Canada. But I'm holding fire on it because it's just so expensive to import them in, and I don't want to get hit with import taxes because sometimes the import taxes can be more than the actual deck. So do I think this is worth the money? Yes and no. I'm impressed with the quality. I think the artwork is beautiful. I'm very disappointed with the guidebook. I think the guidebook, she has really skimped on it, and I'm really quite disappointed, actually. Maybe one of the other decks is better. Maybe it's just because I had the Rose Tarot. But I think, you know, if you've got this one and the original one, which is just this sort of grey colour on it, it doesn't have the rose colour. I think they should be the same, just probably different backings on them, different colours on them. And then the Oracle deck sized one, maybe she's done a better guidebook in the Oracle deck sized one. They all cost the same, so I'm not quite sure why she's done 3 different versions of the same deck. But I think maybe Danielle Noel, just a little pointer here, maybe instead of doing 3 different versions of the same deck, you would have been better to spend the money on creating a better guidebook and making the deck itself better in that respect. So yeah, very, very heavy deck to handle. I mean, this box is like, this is like a paperweight heavy, you know. The cards themselves, not able to bend them and shuffle them that way. You know, it's just impossible to bend them. They are so stiff. But you can do the hand over hand shuffling, no problem. They shuffle quite nicely that way. The size of the cards, standard tarot size, not too bad. But I'm a bit disappointed. You know, I was so excited for this deck, and the artwork is stunning, don't get me wrong. And I love Danielle Noel's style. I think she has the most beautiful artwork. You know, she did the Work Your Light Oracle. She did the artwork for that. And the Starseed Oracle, she did the artwork for that as well. And they are beautiful. And she uses beautiful colours and, you know, very feminine and very pretty. But I'm a bit underwhelmed by this one. I was much more impressed with the Moonchild than I am with this one. But it is very beautiful. But God, is it heavy? I don't think the moon one, the moon one's not as heavy, but it's not far off. But yeah, so these are the 2 decks that she offers at the moment. But like I say, this one you can get in 3 different versions. And maybe instead of doing 3 different versions, she would have been better to do a guidebook like she did in this deck, because this deck is much superior than this one for its guidebook. Okay, so that's my thoughts. That's my final thoughts on it. Do you have this deck? Are you considering buying this deck? Have I put you off? I hope I haven't put you off. If you are considering buying it, you know, it just depends on whether you are a die-hard have to rifle shuffle or if you are happy to hand over hand shuffle. And it also depends on how important the guidebook is to you. But it is beautiful. It is stunning artwork as always. The boxes themselves are very sturdy. They're very nice. The cardstock is very good quality. It's just not flexible. Okay, so until next time, I'm going to be quiet now. Have a great day. Namaste. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.